If you haven't gotten one yet, consider yourself lucky, because just about everybody has received one of these phony text messages from the DMV.
Ugh, so annoying. Steve on your side reported on this early in June, but we started getting more emails about it this month. Appears that these texts are getting a little more sophisticated.
9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger's inbox has been full of message from people, Steve, who rightfully are suspicious of the messages, and an expert told you, that's how it's being designed.
Yeah, it might be designed that way. A cybersecurity expert tells us that some of these messages are designed to weed out all of the skeptics. That should give you an idea of just how widespread all of this is. And it seems Colorado is going through another wave.
Anne, Jesus, Lori, Sandy, Mary, and Andrea, just a sampling of people who've sent us screenshots this month wondering about a text message from a weird number or email address claiming to be from the DMV about an outstanding ticket. Whoever sent this one sent it in a group text and someone responded, LOL, okay, go for it. These messages are a problem around the country, but particularly here. Google Trends says Colorado searched the term DMV text message the most in the last 30 days.
Many years ago, a criminal was asked, why do you rob banks? And answered, because that's where the money is. The reason criminals are doing this is because it works.
Joseph Steinberg is a cybersecurity consultant. He says the people behind these messages prey on panic.
People who have, let's say, points on their license or were pulled over may get this message and let's call it panic. I better pay it now or I'm going to lose my license. That's what they're looking for.
There are plenty of red flags, bad grammar, misspellings. Many messages call it the Department of Vehicles rather than motor vehicles. That maybe by design.
If they're doing it, it's not by error.
Steinberg says the people writing these messages have spell check, and they certainly can research the agency they're looking for. The problems...
that filters who responds, right? If a criminal sends out millions and millions of phishing emails, they don't want millions and millions of people to click the links in it. That will overwhelm their sites and take them offline. They want the people who may actually fall prey to the scam to click the links.
I will say, I've seen these messages improve. Some now use the Colorado Department of Revenue logo. That's the division that runs the DMV.
It's not clear that it's the same criminals behind each phishing round, right? So one party may have sent it out with the spelling errors in order to do the filtering, and someone else may have said, hey, this is making the news. People must be falling prey to it. Let me make one that looks more real.
I feel like I say this all the time, but this is why it's so important to tell someone you know or love about this so that they know to look for these red flags. Steinberg says as long as these texts work, they'll continue to flood your inbox. If you've clicked the link and shared your information, you want to call your bank or credit card company immediately and freeze your credit reports as well. I'm Steve Steger. Steve on your side, 9 News.
I have a million questions. Can I start with?
Sure.
Every time I get that text or any text, at the bottom when I know it's junk, can I click report as junk? Is that doing anything to help me or no?
You absolutely can, because what that's doing is telling your carrier that this is a suspicious message. They'll look into it. They often will send it to the FTC. If you want to send it to the FTC on your own, you can forward the message. And so like on an iPhone, I'm not sure how to do this on an Android because I'm an iPhone person, but if you click and hold the message, you get an option where you can forward the message. You can forward it to 7726. That spells the word spam. That will send it to the FTC. They'll prompt you in another text message, hey, what's the number that sent that message to you? You send that to them, and then they can start an investigation and hopefully try to figure something out and hopefully try to block these numbers. But the problem is they just port the next number, right?
Yeah,
if you can't, you could block as many numbers as you want. They use another one. They still send out these messages because they're so profitable and so successful.
Doesn't it feel
no way to stop it?
And it feels like a Medusa head, like you cut off one and 10 more grow.
It's constant, and there's so many of these scams going on at the same time, like we were talking about, the DMV one, of course, and then the tollway, the UPS one. It's constant.
Just know if government reaches out to you and says, hey, there's something really urgent that you need to take care of right away, that's likely a scam. They're trying to get you to act urgently and panic a little bit.
All right, Steve, stuff we need to know. Thank you.